Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your life, love, and money reading for the month of September 2024. Now, if this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I'm one of your favorite tarot readers on YouTube, and I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your tarot insights with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my Groovy Waite tarot deck. I'll clarify with my Radiant Rider Waite tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Cancer, with a Healing Oracle crystal card. All right, and for those of you who don't know, I go live 2 times a week, Mondays and Fridays. So if this reading is not specific enough for you and you'd like to ask me a question about your specific situation and have me pull some cards for you, then join me for my twice weekly live streams. And like I said, that happens on Mondays and Fridays. And I usually schedule them in advance. So all you have to do is hit the notify me bell. And that way you will receive a notification as soon as we go live. All right. We have a lot of fun on those lives. So I would love it if you could join us. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into your reading because you've got a lot of good stuff happening here. All right. Looks like you're making some breakthroughs. You're making some changes, and you're actually kind of moving in the direction that you want. And you're doing the work that is required for you to have the results or the experience that you desire. Okay, so that's kind of the broad picture of what we're looking at here. So we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, remember, she prioritizes her needs and her feelings because sometimes that's what we need to do, Cancer. Sometimes that's what we need to do. And I feel like you're starting off September strong because you know that's exactly what you need to do. You need to prioritize your needs and your feelings. And doing so is bringing everything else that you need into alignment for you. We also have that Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about you being respected and admired. Again, I think that's because you're prioritizing what you need. And you're not, you're not feeling guilty because of that. Because sometimes people try to make us feel guilty when we take care of ourselves first. But you're not having any of that, Cancer, and that's really good. Now, we do have the Devil card. The Devil card is the one thing that I'm seeing that could be tricky here because the Devil card talks about unhealthy attachments. This is also the card of self-sabotage, so you have to be careful you're not getting in your own way, and I feel like this is a personal life thing. This is not something money or work related, but I feel like this is something going on in your relationship, Cancer. Now, it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be even a friendship, or even like a work relationship to some degree, because you can have an unhealthy attachment in any way, shape, or form, or you can kind of sabotage yourself in, any kind of way. And I feel like this is something that you're aware of, Cancer. You're just not quite sure how you're going to kind of navigate it and how you're going to I guess move past it, because you're doing the things you need to do, because the next card is that Strength card, and the Strength card means that we have the self-awareness and we have the capabilities to make the decisions and take the actions and do the required things. However, it's not always easy. And so for some of us, it's going to take a lot of willpower and determination to go ahead and do what we need to do. And I feel like that's the energy that we're kind of moving into here with you, Cancer, for this first week of September. But here's where things get really, really good, because you have the Nine of Cups next, and that is the Wish card. That is the card that whatever the heck it is that you want is definitely working, coming towards you. You're going to get it. You're going to see signs. You're going to get whatever the heck it is that you want. All right. So, yes, you're going through some tough times right now, some things that may be challenging, some things that may be difficult or just maybe overwhelming to deal with, but you're doing the right things and it's going to pay off. That Nine of Cups card really is confirmation that you're on the right track and you're doing the right things. All right, Cancer? Now, finally, we got the Hangman. Now, the Hangman, what I'm getting with that card is that is a card of making the sacrifice necessary in order to get exactly what it is that you want. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. But the thing is that you're totally aware of what needs to be done. All right. The other aspect of the Hangman is sometimes it means that we are choosing to stay where we are because it's comfortable. And it's not because we can't move past a certain thing, but sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's different. And so even though you're on the right track, Cancer, you're doing the right things, really tap into that self-awareness like we talked about, and make sure that you're not tripping yourself up by saying you want something, but yet you're afraid to experience the things that come along with having that something. All right, this could be work, relationships, money, whatever. All right, so there's a lot to think about and a lot going on for you in this first week. All right, let's see what else shows up for Cancer as it relates to life, love, and money for the month of September 2024. Nice. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? Oh, wow. Look, you got some of my favorite cards here. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune card, when I see this card in the reverse, it tells me unexpected surprises. And that's not necessarily negative, but I know not everybody likes surprises. I happen to love surprises, but Cancer, I get it. Not everybody does. This is an unexpected surprise. And it may not be something that you thought you wanted or thought would be good, but it turns out to be good as long as you don't judge it as something negative. Okay, so that second week of September is definitely going to be full of surprises for you. Some of them anticipated, some of them unanticipated, but it doesn't mean that it's something negative. It just means it's something that catches you off guard. Next up, we do have the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is all about you feeling anxious. And because this card fell on the Devil card, I have a feeling that these two cards are related here. So you're feeling a little anxious, feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling a little bit maybe disconnected in some way. But understand that that's normal considering what you're going through here. You're making changes, you're figuring things out. All right, so give yourself grace and be patient with yourself if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. All right, next up, we got the Ace of Pentacles. That's a brand new source of income coming your way. I love that card. This is also the card of unexpected money showing up. That happens in that second week of September, Cancer. So I hope you're ready for that, because I think this is going to be something that is definitely going to help you out, you know. I feel like this is kind of like an answered prayer as it relates to finances for you. You know, either somebody gives you money, you sell something and you get some money, or you start a side gig or a side hustle and that, you know, it starts making you money right away. Somebody gives you a gift. It could be anything. All right. So, but like I said, I feel like that's an answered prayer for a lot of you. Next up, we do have the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is a card that talks about having a lot of choices before you, which is really good. However, not all of them are going to resonate, but it's always good to be in the position of having multiple options, multiple choices. All right, so just because somebody offers you something doesn't mean that you have to accept or say yes. All right, Cancer. Finally, we got the Ten of Cups. These are two of the most positive cards in the deck. Doesn't matter that that card is in the reverse. That's literally the card of success, joy, happiness, positivity, celebration. Everything good that you can think of is associated with this card. Now, when this card is in the reverse, it just means to a lesser degree, right? I use this example all the time. Maybe you don't win $1 million, but wouldn't it be nice to still win $5,000, right? It's still good. So understand that as we move into the second half of September, Cancer, you're going to have a lot of things just kind of lining up for you and working out to your advantage. All right, so get ready, enjoy it, be happy, because it's all coming. All right, let's see what else we got. For the sign of Cancer, as it relates to love, life, and money. And look, you're still getting all the positive cards. We got the Sun card. All right. Got a repeater card, Cancer. All right, what else is going on? Okay, nice. I like these. I like these. All right, the second half of September, you're going to need to take a step back. And this is going to be, you need to decompress and disconnect is what I'm getting here with this Four of Swords. So sometimes we need to kind of detach from something temporarily while we figure out exactly what is coming up next for us. And I feel like that's kind of what we're doing here, because we got this Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is always about future planning. It's always about making plans, kind of evaluating what's going on now so we can figure out what we want to have next, right? And sometimes the way you do that is to take a step back and really examine everything or every aspect of your life from multiple angles. We talked about the Sun card being one of the most positive cards in the deck. Again, you're going to find a lot of success by doing that, especially in the second half of September. All right, so take a step back, make some plans, and you're going to win. You're going to set yourself up to win. Next, we do have the Hangman. Now, we had that card here. We've got him again here. Remember, this is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's also about sacrificing and making, like consciously making sacrifices so you know exactly what the goal is, right? You get clarity here. You know, the goal doesn't always have to be something tangible, but I feel like for a lot of you, you have some goals as it relates to life, as it relates to money, and you realize what it's going to take in order to achieve those goals, and you're willing to make the sacrifice. Because a lot of people have goals, but they're not willing to do what it takes to meet those goals, right? That's not you, Cancer, though. You're willing to do whatever is necessary so you can achieve whatever the heck it is that you want. All right, next up, we got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles means that financial support and assistance is definitely coming your way. However, it's going to be not exactly what you expected. Either somebody doesn't deliver what they promised, or you get the support, but it's not enough. Like, you need more, right? So maybe you're approved for a loan, but the amount is not what you needed. Or maybe somebody loans you money, but they can't afford to loan you what they promised you, so they only loan you half. You know, it's one of those type situations. So it's not necessarily bad, but at the same time, it's not exactly what you need either. Finally, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is all about not taking any risk. Remember, she doesn't do anything that's going to put her in a position to feel insecure or to feel like she doesn't really have the control that she wants. All right, this usually is related to money, but not always. Sometimes this is related to relationships too, right? Sometimes it's about you not wanting to risk getting hurt emotionally. Maybe you don't want to risk getting hurt physically, you know, depending on whatever the circumstance is. All right, so make sure you focus on self-preservation, because that's important to you at this time, Cancer. And it's always about only investing in things that you truly understand and that you fully embrace and take responsibility for. All right, let's see what's going to happen as we close out the month, Cancer. What else do we need to know as it relates to love, life, money for Cancer for September 2024? All right, give me one more card for Cancer, although I do like seeing that Three of Swords in the reverse. That's great. Right, because that means it's like you're healing from something, or you've released something and it no longer impacts you. All right, let's start off with this Chariot card. The Chariot card is all about multiple things happening, a lot of things happening at once, Cancer. All right, you trying to keep up with the demands of what that takes. Now the thing is you got to be careful that you don't get too overwhelmed. While this is a good card, this also can mean that sometimes a lot of things are happening and you feel a little bit scattered, or maybe you're spread too thin. All right. I feel like this is something work related for a lot of you. Next, we do have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is a great card because that means the money mindset card, right? The mindset card. This means that you've got the right, I guess, attitude, the right perception as it relates to your financial situation. You know what it's going to take. You're willing to do the work. You're disciplined. You're responsible. And you have a plan. You have a game plan of how you're going to get there. Now, of course, you may adjust and make tweaks along the way, but you still have a solid plan of how you're going to get to where you want to go. We also have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about, again, I feel like this is work related. Some of you are going to be looking for other jobs. Some of you are going to be looking to change professions, change industries in some way. Some of you are just bored. All right, Cancer, I'm picking up some of you are just bored with your current work situation and you just want to do something different. Not because where you're at is not good. It's just that you just want something different. And you know that's human nature, right? We want variety. We want to try something different. We also have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Now, this is a repeater card. We had it here. Now we've got it here. This time it's in the reverse, which means that you're going to have to be very selective with what you agree to. Don't be afraid to say no to something that doesn't resonate. Don't feel obligated or pressured to have to say yes. Again, it's nice to have choices and options, but it doesn't mean you have to commit to any of them. We talked about that Three of Swords. That's you releasing something, letting go of something, and it's no longer having such a I guess, an influence on you. Like you're not easily swayed by your emotions because you've processed them, you've moved past them, and you've kind of settled them. All right, so that's, like I said, a really good card. Finally, we do have the Fool card. This means you are going to move in a new direction. However, you may not necessarily feel secure in that new direction. Why? Because you don't know what to expect. Maybe you don't have any experience with whatever it is you're trying to do different. So this could be something work related. Maybe you're thinking about doing a different job, but you don't have any experience. Maybe you're thinking about moving in a different direction with your relationship, but you're kind of nervous how that's going to play out. All right. But you know that it is time to do something different. Like I said, with this Seven of Pentacles, sometimes we just need something different and we don't know how that's going to come about. All right, so Cancer. Variety is the spice of life. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here with your reading. But I'm also getting to that you're doing the work. It's like you're doing whatever needs to be done in order to have what you want. And that really puts you in a unique position because not everybody can do that, Cancer. Not everybody can do that to the degree and with the focus that you do it. All right, so be proud. Be proud. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Healing Oracle crystal card. Oh, okay. So this card is Scolecite. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is the card of peace. Yes, yes. I totally resonate with this for your reading because we talked about you doing the things that you need to do in order to prioritize your feelings and to have peace of mind for yourself. Oh, that's a beautiful card. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. Again, if you have any questions and you'd like me to pull some cards for you, join me on Mondays or Fridays for my Tarot Q&A live streams.